Okay, I've just done my intervals for today. I will go back to Verdugo today. I really like the ride last time. Today it's even hotter. The hot sun, I really am not used to just how strong the sun is in this part of the world. So I did 3 times 10 minutes. First one was 360, the other two were probably more like 355. That's okay. I have quite some trouble sleeping, at least the last couple of like 2 or 3 weeks, so that doesn't particularly help. And the sun was just crazy today. I mean, it's just crazy today. I need some heat adaptation, but also just the pure strength of the sun is something I'm not used to. Yeah, other than that, the intervals were fine. The air is very dry. I think that's something that's somewhat related to me having trouble sleeping. And well, also to hey,
it's Toasty, huh?
yeah.
How's it going?
Well, also just trouble doing intervals because my mouth completely dries up. I drank like 2 liters today. I've only done 3 times 10, so that goes to show just how dry it is. I am trying to fuel off jelly beans today. Jelly beans are better than gummy bears, because gummy bears are just made up from straight glucose or corn syrup, which doesn't have that much fructose. But jelly beans are mostly made up of table sugar and then some glucose or some corn syrup, which more or less puts the sugar balance of glucose to fructose to where it should be. So that's very nice. I've also done some maple syrup again. I have to use it up before going home. Yeah, we'll see how Verdugo goes in this heat. Well, okay. Hopefully I get adapted fairly quickly. Back home I always got adapted really quickly to the heat, but I think it's more so that the air is also super dry and that the sun is super strong here, so it might take a bit longer, especially during the first season. Yeah, given how the intervals went, I will probably do 370, 360, 350, 370, 360, 360 next week, or well, maybe 2 times 370 instead of just straight up 3 times 370, which is good. Yeah, that's good progress, about where I want to be. The only problem with training is that I haven't done any sweet spot. That's what my first block of the year usually is. So I do some like 20-minute workouts and some VHU work during the winter on the indoor trainer usually. But given that I moved to Southern California, I meant to do, well, more volume during the winter. So I meant to push like my first spring block, which is sweet spot, usually for like 7 weeks or so. Sweet spot and some VHU max in between. I meant to push it in the winter, but I broke my hand and I had so much life stuff that I just didn't do it. So that might show in, well, me not being able to do my long distance goals. Okay, let me grab some water. Yeah, so adapting the training a bit given, well, basic needs of sleep, hydration, fueling, well, stress. If you have a job, stress plays a role, or family, or just life. So adapting the training a bit to that is something that's sometimes needed. There isn't much you can do. For instance, I did a couple hours less than I was hoping for this week, previous week, so I meant to go on the bike yesterday, but well, I just spent some more time with my friends. Last week I had a little tumble leading into the train tracks. I think I'm still not used to the longer bike, the longer distance in between my wheels than I have back home on my road bike, so I was crossing the train tracks and I meant to straighten my bike, and the last wheel just slid into the track, and I fell. Fortunately, I tore my bips, but thankfully they weren't one of the 236.5 bips, so I just replaced the torn Asos bips with those, if they aren't repairable, which is okay. All the Asos claims it's not repairable, but we'll see what my tailor friends say. Yeah. Another thing is that extremely dry air really goes to show I'm not yet fully acclimatized to this, which is a shame, but I did way less riding than I hoped to do. So, as I mentioned, I will probably have to skimp on some of my longer training goals for this season. I will probably just try to focus on getting to 20 minutes at 400 watts or something like that, which might also be a stretch given that I didn't do any 20-minute intervals here, so all the 20-minute climbs are far away from downtown LA. You have to go to Santa Monica or to San Gabriel, so it takes a while. But we'll see how it goes once I get home. Yeah, we'll see. Up. Yeah, so I skipped Verdugo. My derailleur doesn't work. I tried to fix it on group ride on Tuesday. I got it to shift to all gears, but I think that the derailleur hanger just got bent and the noise was too much, so I started fiddling with it. Then I spent an hour trying to bend the derailleur hanger back into the correct position, so on and so forth, but yeah, I just gave up. So going home now. It's a bit late to do Verdugo. I'm not doing Verdugo without all of my gears, as I will probably just shift the lowest gear nonetheless and cause unnecessary damage to my components. So it is what it is. So like, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours shorter ride than I would have hoped for. Well, what can I do? I will order replacement parts as I get home. Yeah, that would be kind of it. Hopefully they arrive soon. Otherwise, well, what can I do? Well, I probably won't do sand as I already filmed one. So that's more or less all. Thank you. Bye bye.